Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we attempt to uncover the actual story behind those dry corporate filings. Today we're looking at ENDRA Life Sciences Incorporated's Form 8, and let me tell you, it is a bit of a shuffle in their executive deck with some interesting shifts in key roles. We're going to break down what this means for the company and whether it is a sign of things to come. And if you like getting straight insights from these documents without the corporate jargon, hit that subscribe button and join our Discord community linked in the description below. So, what exactly is an 8K filing? Think of it as a company's way of telling the public about major events that shareholders need to know about right away. It is not a regular update like a quarterly report, but rather for significant news, and today's news from ENDRA Life Sciences Incorporated, or ENDRA Life Sciences Incorporated as you might know them, is all about a shake up in their leadership and how they're structuring their executive compensation and services. The big news here revolves around two key people. First, their Chief Technology Officer, Michael Thornton, has stepped down from his role, but this isn't a typical departure. Instead of just walking away, he is moving into a consulting role. This means he'll still be working with the company, but in a different capacity, likely focusing on specific projects or expertise they need. So, what does this consulting gig look like? Well, he'll be paid based on his hours. The first 5 hours a week will be at a rate of $150 per HR, and anything beyond that will be at a slightly lower rate of $100 per HR. This kind of arrangement often happens when a company wants to retain valuable institutional knowledge and expertise from a departing executive without the full-time responsibilities. It also suggests that the company really values the skills Mr. Thornton brings to the table, enough to keep him involved even after he's no longer the official Chief Technology Officer. What is also interesting is how his existing stock options and restricted stock units, which are basically ways executives are compensated with company stock, will be handled. They're expected to continue vesting according to their original schedule. This is a pretty common practice to ensure that executives remain incentivized and aligned with the company's performance. Even when transitioning to a consulting role, the agreement has an open end and can be ended with just 15 days notice from either side. This gives both the company and Mr. Thornton flexibility. Now, let's talk about another significant change. The company has also entered into an advisory services agreement with a company called ImpactSolve. This agreement effectively replaces their previous arrangement with ImpactSolve. And here is where it gets really interesting. This new agreement is specifically for services to be provided by Richard Jackrow, who is the company's Chief Financial Officer. So Mr. Jackrow, the CFO, will be providing services through this third-party company. Under this agreement, he will be acting as the Principal Financial Officer and Principal Accounting Officer. The initial compensation for this is set at $8,650 per month. This is a discounted rate, meaning there is potential for it to increase. It also includes an hourly rate for hours exceeding 16 per week, which is $124.7 per H. Come the 1st of January 2026, the monthly fee is set to rise to $10,800, with the hourly rate increasing to $156. This setup might seem a little unusual, but it can sometimes be a way to structure compensation, manage overhead, or ensure specialized expertise is available through a service agreement. It could also be a way for the company to get specialized financial services while potentially offering more attractive terms to Mr. Jackrow personally through this arrangement, though we'd need more context to know for sure. The agreement also includes standard clauses like confidentiality and non-solicitation, which are pretty typical in these kinds of business contracts. These agreements, the one with Michael Thornton and the one with ImpactSolve for Richard Jackrow's services, are considered significant enough to be filed as exhibits with this report. This means they are important documents that outline the full details of these arrangements. The company is essentially saying that these are key to understanding their operational and executive structure changes. And of course, the report is signed off by Alexander Tokman, the Chief Executive Officer and Chairman. This is standard practice, confirming that the company is officially filing this information with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now let's put on our Warren Buffett hat and look at what this all implies. We don't have detailed financial tables in this specific 8K, which usually focus on significant events rather than a full financial picture, but the executive changes themselves tell a story. The departure of a CTO and the shift to a consulting role for Michael Thornton, coupled with the CFO's consulting arrangement through a third party, indicates a period of strategic recalibration for ENDRA Life Sciences. On one hand, retaining Mr. Thornton's expertise as a consultant could be a smart move for the company, especially during a growth or transition phase where his technical and commercialization insights are crucial. It allows them to access his knowledge without the full commitment of a senior officer role, potentially saving on overhead and offering flexibility. Similarly, structuring the CFO services through Impact Solve might be a strategic choice to access specialized financial expertise or manage financial operations in a more agile way. The increasing fees over time suggest a belief in the value of these services, and perhaps an expectation of growing company needs. However, these arrangements also introduce potential complexities. Relying on consultants, even for key roles like CTO or CFOs, can sometimes mean less direct control or integration compared to having full-time employees. It also raises questions about long-term stability and succession planning. Are these arrangements temporary solutions, or are they indicative of a new operational model? For investors, the key here is to understand the rationale behind these shifts. Is it a cost-saving measure, a way to access specialized talent, or a consequence of underlying challenges within the company? The fact that Mr. Thornton's stock options continued to vest suggests a continued commitment and belief in the company's future by him, which is a positive signal. Similarly, the structured increase in fees for Mr. Jackrus's services implies a long-term perspective for his involvement. Looking ahead, investors should watch how these consulting arrangements translate into tangible business results. Are the commercialization services yielding new partnerships or revenue streams? Is the financial leadership through Impact Solve contributing to improved financial management and strategic planning? The strategic direction ENDRA Life Sciences is heading will become clearer as these new structures mature and their impact on the company's performance becomes evident. The company appears to be making deliberate adjustments to its human capital strategy, which, if executed well, could lead to greater efficiency and access to critical expertise. The core challenge will be to ensure these arrangements foster innovation and growth rather than creating communication gaps or operational inefficiencies. Alright, that is our dissection of ENDRA Life Sciences Incorporated's recent 8K filing. What is your take on these executive shifts and consulting arrangements? Do you see them as a sign of strength or a potential concern? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to check out the Discord link in the description for more community discussion. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.